Wrestling Federation. For over 50 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment.
I feel bad ripping on an late-era NES game, but this one honestly deserves it. This is WWF King of the Ring, with sound and programming done by Eastridge Technology, Mr. Nick Eastridge out of New Jersey. It's like an indie dev getting their hands on a major IP. He wasn't the only one that worked on this. Gray Matter handled graphics and whatnot, but Eastridge is what you can blame for this one. So I wanted to get that little descriptor out of the way so that we can get to the roster proper. All you need to know is that these wrestler entrance musics do not sound good. They sound noticeably dull and kinda lifeless, which is... LJN have kind of made a tradition of including wrestler themes when you hover over their icon, and they sound pretty good. Not here. So, Bret the Hitman Hart, the narcissist Lex Luger, Shawn Michaels. I'm gonna spare you a lot of these. Mr. Perfect. Razor Ramon. One thing I do want to note are the portraits that vary in quality and wonderful facial expressions. Macho Man Randy Savage. If only I didn't have a direct reference of previous NES games where this theme sounds not only accurate, but amazing. Yokozuna. Hulk Hogan. This is Hulk Hogan's last World Wrestling Federation game. I know we've only selected him once, but wrestling would not be what it is today without him, so his absence is noted. The Undertaker, who is actually one of the wrestlers absent from the Game Boy version of this game. Yes, if you can believe it, The Undertaker did not normally have perfect attendance. Bam Bam Bigelow, another wrestler who was absent from this game's Game Boy version. And no, we're not playing it because it's basically this with less color. And you. I want to focus on you for a second. Yes, you. I would like to point out these stats down here. Speed, strength, stamina. There are a few cases where... Let me see here. Shawn Michaels has 6 speed, 3 strength, and 6 stamina. Why would I ever pick Shawn Michaels when I have Bret Hitman Hart, which has 4 strength instead of 3 strength? And... else... Yokozuna here has a ton of strength. It looks like 7. 3 speed, 4 stamina. Why would I pick him when Hulk Hogan is better in every metric? It's like... It's nice to have some wrestlers here, but spoilers, all of them play exactly the same, and some are just naturally better than others. In some cases by 1 point, but in the case of Bam Bam Bigelow and The Undertaker, there's a 2-point difference. Why would you ever pick these wrestlers when there is a superior version? 1 press to the left. So, there's another thing I have to point out when I'm picking on you, when I'm selecting you. I can change Yu's name, and I'm going to do this based on the question mark on his head. And there's one other thing I have to point out here. I want to use lowercase letters, so I'm pressing down on the D-pad to indicate. You have to roll across the uppercase letters, and it stops at Z. This does not roll backwards. You have to go all the way across. It's just... Man... And thankfully, the word question can fit. So, luckily, we can use that, but it's all the way over here. Could you not scooch everything to the left? So, you can modify questions' stats, and if you raise one, the others suffer. So, not that this matters too much. We're kind of on easy anyway. But I'll give questions some speed. And computer chooses wrestler, and we're off to the races. On out. I would like to note that the animations in this game are kind of funny. But really, playing this game is on another level. It's the same feeling of like previous LJN efforts. Punch, kick, move towards for grappling, mash buttons. But the feeling in general is off. It's incredibly primitive. I could just rapidly press the B button if I really wanted to. And I could stomp, kick them down, stomp, 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 kick them down, stomp, 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 if I really wanted to. Pressing A in a direction allows you to run, of which you can do a clothesline or a drop kick. Or an elbow drop that you do have to aim. And I can't even tell if I damaged them or not. It's just, there's... Graphics would lead you astray to believe that this is a quality NES wrestling game, but the playing it part, yeah, not so much. It's ambitious. Like I said, it's more like an indie dev got their hands on making a WWF game, and this is what you got. Alright. Stomp them down again. Press towards the opponent, like left or right. Pin them. The pin! The slow count! And then you're back here. Oh boy. It's worth noting that this is the final NES WWF game we have to play. It's nothing against the NES, but their track record for WWF games only went downhill with each installment, in which, how do you do that? Alright, so we're doing King of the Ring. It's in the title, and this is based off the 1993 King of the Ring. So we're picking the narcissist, Lex Luger. Again, this is not going to be his last hurrah. He's going to be in another game upcoming. But I want to pick him at least once. So as you can see, you could scroll down and look at your King of the Ring bracket. The fact that Yokozuna is fighting Hulk Hogan. Oh boy. Um, if Randy Savage and Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker in 1993. Nowadays, that is considered a match of WrestleMania legend, but in 1993, not so much. All right. Man the B button. Even the collisions feel off. And I just have to mash for my life to win grapples on normal, as is tradition. I am not throwing this fight, by the way. I am legitimately trying. There we go. We're stomping. But at least with the other LJN efforts, you felt like you needed to move around and make the action part of the WWF more of a requirement. With this, you don't need to do a thing. It really does feel like you can stand in one place and do the same thing over and over. Oh, it's my fault. And over. And over. And over. And over. And over. And you get the idea. God, ref, your slow counts, man. How hard is it to count to 3, ref? Come on. Do your job. I promised myself before I recorded I wasn't going to be too harsh on this game, but when the problems stick out like a sore thumb, it's really difficult not to. All right, since this is Hulk Hogan's last WWF game, let's send him off the same way the real WWF did. Hopefully. And before anyone says WrestleMania X8 technically counts, that game was... While that game had WWF iconography, it was released in the WWE era, so unfortunately it does not count. Sorry, Hulk. I see no need to deviate from the plan. Yeah, it's just... I don't feel a need to do so. This is a textbook example of dominant strategy. The most the AI is going to do, even on medium difficulty, is like walk backwards toward the turnbuckle and then not do much else. They might run into you and knock you down, but yeah, they really can't do a damn thing. And unlike Steel Cage Challenge, it feels even jankier just to do basic actions. Ref! 1, 2, 3, it's not that hard! Look, you're getting a job tonight. I'm sending you out on your back. Alright, and the final is Lex Luger versus Razor Ramon. Oh, Razor and Shawn. A minor nitpick, it's a pity you can't really watch any of these King of the Ring matches you don't participate in. I mean, not like the action of King of the Ring NES is going to be eventful, but it would have been nice to have a watch feature for these matches. And I believe if you lose any of your King of the Ring fights, you're back to the title screen. You don't even know who. You don't even get to see who wins the tournament. So, win or lose, at least we know who will be King of the Ring. There is absolutely no point in elbow dropping. If you miss, you are on the ground and due to receive punishment. It's like, the only thing the AI does is, yeah, the only thing they'll actively do is, like, walk towards the turnbuckle. Alright, we're just about in rhythm. The hitboxes are almost making contact with one another. Shit. There we go. There we go. Like, there are other grapple moves I can show, like, you can... Oh, thank you, Razor. I was going to show off the suplex maneuver, but you did the job for me. Oh my god. Like, unfortunately, this game is just a bit of a gong show. Not really the best way to go out on when it comes to NES. And I know that Eastridge Technology can develop fun games, but they have to be ports of games. I believe Eastridge Technology handled Paperboy for the NES, and that was a fine port. Okay. No, the computer decided I'm going to lose this one. So yeah, we've played some garbage before, but that was a 5-star restaurant compared to playing this. This is as button mashy as it gets, and he could have pinned me like 7 times over. Thank you. Nope. I am just pressing A and B together and, like, nothing. My kingdom for a turbo controller. Like, that's the thing. The AI just has no direction. They'll kick you when you're down, even when they've got the match won. They'll just drop elbows on you and stomp you, whatever. It's yours, Razor. You deserve to be King of the Ring anyway. Like, I didn't think a game could feel worse than Steel Cage Challenge, but just the act of performing punches and kicks doesn't feel... It doesn't feel responsive. And if you lose at any point, you're back here. You're back to the title screen, and that's King of the Ring! Let us never play this again.